What's going on, you guys? Sambo here. Welcome back to Alsamore. Now in today's video, I'm not going to show you me making the whole island. I'm going to just give you guys these little snapshots of the different aspects of the island being built, and then once the island is built, we're going to basically manage the whole public transport side of it, and also manage the fishing vessels and putting down the pathways and things like that. Alright, you guys, here we are on Basra Island. Now, pretty much everything in terms of building is done. You saw throughout the little snapshots there. I showed you guys all of the where all of the roads go, all of the facilities and things like that. And now I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a exploration time of Basra Island. So obviously the island is going to be a fishing island basically. So we have all of these different fishing little harbors. We also have this one over here as well. Basically have every facility that is required. We have a hospital, we have the fire station, police station is there, we have a high school, we have the elementary school hidden in between those buildings over there. What else do we have? Well, they have the bare minimum, but at least they have all that so they don't have to travel over to like Safed or anything like that. But also I did put down a ferry station, so I will have to do a ferry line over there as well. But we have to make sure it's not going to be too annoying for our little fishing ship routes, which is going to be interesting as well. So just to give you guys a little bit of a tour. So we come through here, we have the old style road, and then as soon as you get over in here, you're basically in the heart of it. So this is the main area. This is where all of the shops are. So I thought it would be good to have the fishing harbors right nearby to all of these shops. We also have like little market areas over here and here. Not very big because the population is only like 2,000, but I'll double check what that is. But yeah, I wanted all of the shops to be nearby to all of the harbors. Some of the buildings are Japanese style. I thought it does fit in quite well. And who says that I can't do Japanese buildings? So yeah, it actually fits in really well. Even with these other style Japanese buildings with the actual roofs, looks quite good as well. So you'll notice those throughout the video, throughout this island. I popped those through just to make just to give a little bit more variety, and it actually looks really cool. And a few little water towers over here. So we have that one, and this one over here. And I wanted the island to have hills in it because I didn't want to just do, like for example, I didn't want to make it look like this where it's just flat and then there's lots of buildings, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to do something just a little bit different. Where is it? Over here. So I raised up these bits of land just to make it a little bit more interesting. And now, like, look at that. It looks really cool having the hills there, having the buildings in between, then the buildings like wrapping around it and things like that. Over here is also a little bit of a shopping area, and we have a few office buildings mushed in through here near this little harbor as well. Little park there, nothing too fancy. And of course, yes, there's pathways going throughout the area, some old ruins, office buildings, but mostly residential. And it looks really cool. I like it. A few factories over here. These are factories, these ones right here, just because why not? We have the space. And yeah, so in terms of, well, we do have an issue here, not enough educated workers. So we'll have to do like a university very soon, because not enough educated workers has been a big issue throughout the whole map. Trust me. Before I get into anything else, population, oh, that's surprising. 3,731 people, households 1,300, workers 1,600. Pretty good actually. I didn't expect it to be that much because all of these buildings, they don't really have much capacity really. It's quite small. Even the shops, it's not too big. So, but that's good. I like that, and it's good to see that they're using the pathways as well. Okay, what was I going to do? Oh, yes. So we have a shellfish harbor over here. We have another shellfish because there's apparently a lot of shellfish. We have a tuna one, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to do because there's really not much tuna around on this map. We have the salmon. So I added that in after I did all the snapshots of me making this island, and then we have just a general fishing harbor. So there's going to be so many. We have this one here as well, but If we go over to here, I'll show you guys, we have our fishing industry map. So this one, the shellfish, goes out, basically comes back 100% full. Same with this one over here, which is the anchovy, goes out, comes around basically 100% full. This is the fish market over here, and that's the fish factory, not enough workers. And then in terms of the tuna, the only tuna areas is this one here, and this one over here. So, I don't know. I'll try it and we'll see how it goes. And yeah, but first of all, most importantly, yeah, you can see like it's quite full. Anyway, fishing routes 100%. Anyway, first of all, let's do our little ferry station, because I want these two areas to be connected up, Safed and Basra Island. Since they are quite close, I don't want them to have to rely on like driving on the roads and things like that. So I thought having a ferry probably will look quite good. Now, I think I can put it right down the middle. We'll have to double check with our fishing routes in a second. And then we'll have to connect this over here because we need it to be connected to our depot as well, which is kind of annoying. And still, I keep forgetting to remove these little, where is it? These, I still haven't removed those yet. And yes, I know that the depot is on the other country, but shh, you didn't see that. Okay, so we have our little line there going there. Will that work just like that? I think it'll work. That one, so you can just go like that, that, and straight back. And we'll add in 2 vehicles. Actually, I don't want them to be awkward, weird ones. I just want to use the generic ones in game. So that one should start coming out over there. There is that one. All right. Oh, no, it's all right. Okay, back over here. So I just want to double check that the ferry line isn't going to really clash with our fishing line, but I don't think I can see both of them at the same time. So it goes basically straight down through the middle. It might overlap a little bit here. Oh no, I think it's okay. But if I hold my finger on the screen, no, that's fine. So they're just going to overlap a little bit there and there, but what can you do? But that's good. That'll really help keep these two areas connected. I don't know if I'll do a town over here yet. I'm not sure. Alright, so we have our shellfish over here. I just paused it for the time being, but if we go down into here, we have that one. Shellfish is this color in the middle. Now I have to be careful because of that ferry line as well. So I think the ferry line was more towards in the middle. So if I go along the side, hopefully this will be alright. Now this area is going to be, there's going to be a lot going on through here. But that's alright. Lots of little boats going around. It's going to be like, oh my god, like, jeez. But that's alright. I like that. It's like when you see a really busy road in the game. It's quite, like, almost satisfying. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that it'll also be satisfying to see it, like, see the harbors and things like that. Really busy. Okay, so that goes up in the middle. I have a feeling it's going to clash with our ferry. So if I just have a quick comparison to the ferry. Oops. The ferry. Hello, ferry. Alright, I'll just hold my finger on the screen because that's like the only way I can do it. So the ferry goes along here. I'm holding the finger on the screen. And then it'll just have to... I mean, they'll just have to be careful. It's going to be busy. I know, it's going to be really busy, but it's just what they'll have to do. Alright, so... that's... oh, God. I'm thinking I'll have to elevate this bridge here because obviously we can't fit everything in here. And some of you will say, well, why don't you just put it through here? And I'm not sure because if I do build it over here, then I have to do a really high bridge here. And I'm wondering, is that going to look a bit funny because like it's quite low here, then we'll have to do a big bridge here. And I don't know, like over here it's fine, we can get away with it because it's quite long. But for a second I was like, wait, where's all the boats? Where's all the boats? Where is our ferry? Oh, here comes some. Come on. So slow, but they're coming. So we bought those ferries from the other country, we can say. Okay, so I'm wondering why not enough buyers for the fish market. Okay, so there's going to be a huge oversupply of fish very, very soon. Now this one's going to be a bit tricky. So what I'm going to do is it's going to look really silly on the map, but I mean, at least when we have at least like these lines isn't shown all the time. So what I'm going to have to do is do a really long line that goes over here, comes around, and then also just goes around, like loops around there a couple times. I think that's what I'll have to do. Also, just quickly, since this is the free island over here, no one owns it yet. So basically anyone is free to do anything with it. No one's claimed it. I mean, it's just up for anyone to grab. Or maybe it'll be another country. Just have to wait and see. That's starting to look really, really messy, isn't it? Okay, but if we're going to get salmon, we kind of have to do that. So if I want to see what percentage it becomes going through here. If the percentage is still really low, we could go over here and I could like loop it around a few times. But I mean, does that work if I just like loop it around a few times? I'm not sure. So we have our ferry. Okay, let's just watch the ferry for a second. Okay, so that's good. It goes through the middle. Good, it goes in between. It's close, but as long as we don't have too many fishing boats, it's not gonna look too overkill, you know what I mean? All right, that's good. Actually, I'm quite happy with the ferry. Now this one out here, this is our little salmon one. Actually, I'll just leave him and I'll come back to him. Okay. Now the bridge over here, we're obviously going to have to elevate up, but in terms of how high it needs to go, I don't know. But before we do that, we have salmon and we just have a general one. So where are the salmon? Salmon is this pinkish color, which is along there. There's some over there as well. Any down here? No. Okay, just quickly, the tuna boat came back with 54%. That's good. That's good. That's a good start. But I'll come back and adjust that in a second. But over here, I'm still like trying to do our salmon, but I'll have to look up exactly like what is exactly ideal. I'm guessing it's something to do with like this side of the, like the, what do you call this? Under the water where it's a little bit steep. So, okay. Let's put down a little route for them. I'll make it high enough through here and then high enough through this point as well for all of the boats to come in through. Like that. Good. All right, we've got our little salmon ones going over here. Very, very close to the shoreline. Yes, I know, but that's where all of this salmon is. Let's have a look at it. Here he comes. Nice red one. What's the percentage? Oh, look at that. Good. 94%. So by the time it gets back over there, should be good. I also put down the other one, this one here. So this one just comes over here and basically it collects up any type of fish. I assume that's what it means. So we click on you. Yep, it's just basically picking up any, which is probably the better option to do. It just goes around and gets whatever instead of doing specific ones. But maybe specific ones you get higher amounts, I'm not sure. We got our ferries up and going. We've got our little tuna guy over here. He's doing his best, but we might have to update that. And look at all that. Oh my god. Okay, oh, quickly. Boats, heights. Let's have a look. When another one comes through, we shall adjust it accordingly. All right, and oh, we'll start with this one over here. I have to go up a lot higher actually. And I'll have to remember to adjust the power lines to go with it. Like that. I know it's gonna look silly, but It's all right. This one here as well. All right, is this high enough? Let's have a double check on this one. That one's good. Have to wait for some more to come through. It doesn't look too bad though. All right, that fits under there, pretty good. Let's just hope there's no big wave though to make them hit. And I'll have to fix up those power lines in a second. That one's all right. Oh, that one's a, oh, we can adjust that one a little bit as well. Just up a tiny little bit more. I mean, if it really overlaps, it's not that important. It's such a tiny little detail. And like, how often are we gonna zoom in and look at, oh my God, does it overlap? Oh, very, very rarely. All right, good. And then I'll just adjust the power lines and then we'll double check everything is all right before we end the video. I think that is all good. The bridge actually looks all right. Like, look at all that. That is good. That's good. A lot of little boats going around now. Are we making any money? Not really. It might be just the start of it. It might be just about to reset because we do have a big forestry area, which you guys haven't seen yet, which actually makes a lot of money. So it must have just reset the cycle amount. But that's all right. Even if we aren't making money, we're still making money overall. So that's good. So in terms of the ferry, 21 people going over to the feed. How many coming in? 37 coming in. And then if we check on this one, that one's pretty much full. This one here, pretty much full. This one here, pretty much full. Not enough buyers though. Fishing route, okay, we'll have to fix up that one. And salmon was actually doing pretty good. There's actually just too many boats though. And then this one here is this one, which picks up a lot already. But you know what, you guys? We're not done just yet. So the last little thing I want to do is just one tiny little bus loop. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, well, why don't you use this one here? Because the actual roads are still quite big and they don't fit in with, like, look at the size comparison. It just doesn't fit in with the tight, squished in little look that I'm going for. So until someone creates these roads that are a lot smaller that can fit into my cities, you won't see any of these. What are these called again? Trolley buses. So yeah, you won't see those for a while. So someone please make those. Now we're going to put in our bus depot. You can just go basically wherever, I don't really care. And this is going to be our first bus line for the whole city, and I'm only going to do it on this little island over here, even though we probably don't really need it, but that's all right. And it's probably only just going to do like 1 or 2 bus lines. Okay, so we're coming over here past all of the, like, this is more of the central area, and then we'll do one over here in front of the ferry, and then it'll come around here. We can just do one over here. Nice little bus stop looking out onto the water. Come down here, and actually, where should it go? We'll just go down the middle. We'll do one here because we're near the offices, and we'll do one here at the other end of the shopping area. And then we shall do one just right there, like that, easy peasy. We might use this one, the Merca GM. I know I used it in some of our stock, but I quite like the look of it. We'll just do 3 bus loops, and that'll probably do the city. Okay guys, so I've updated the tuna route to go over here and to go into this area, but I think because we don't have enough buyers, they're really not doing too much fishing at the moment. Same with over here, like in our paper industry, our tree industry, there's just not enough shops and things for all of them to produce at the moment. So that's why, look, they've all disappeared. Only a couple of came up. So yeah, really not making any money, but I assume once we have a lot more shops, a lot more just commercial space in general, then this area over here is going to be really crazy. Really crazy. Where is our little bus? So here's our little bus over through here, and if we click on that and we just, oops, if we just watch for a second, so we got 8 people on there. How about here? 5 people got off, 12 people got on. That's all right. So I don't want to put in too many stops just because it's such a small island. Like, you can pretty much walk the whole island anyway, but this is just something else just to, you know, just to make it a little bit more easier for them, even though it's not necessary. 24 people on, so that's good. There's a fair amount. I assume this one over here would be the busiest station because it's right next to the ferry. So, but I'm just gonna do one way. I'm not going to do two ways just because I don't think we really need to. Since it's such a small bus line, yeah, it won't take them very long to go around. Anyway, so I think let's wrap up the video there. It's been long enough. It's been a decent video. So population hasn't really changed much. Nothing's really changed much. Only 7 tourists, which is okay. It's definitely not a tourist city. It's more of it's just a fishing town, fishing village, basically. And like I said, we've got a good little variety of everything down in there. I haven't really enabled any specific policies for this island only. The only policies they have is just for what's around for the whole world. Now what we need to do in the next upcoming videos, or the next one, whenever, we need to do this. We need to do a big university or something, because that's part of the reason probably why we're not seeing many fishing boats, because we don't have enough educated workers, we don't have enough commercial available to buy all of our fish. So we definitely need to do that very, very soon. Where should I put the university? Should I put it like down here? I probably should put it in the city, right? Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? I mean, I've got enough space to do it over there. But definitely, we're going to do one university over here, and of course there'll be another one over in this country whenever we start to develop that one. But we need to focus on this country first, Bergezir. Anyway, that's all from me in this video. If you have anything else you would like me to do, always, of course, let me know down below. I'm always reading all the comments, looking for other things to do. But yeah, I quite like how this one's turned out, and I think it fits in very, very well. I know it looks a little bit funny how it just like pokes out with one tiny little road, but it looks good. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time.